Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I'd like to talk to you about all of the fuzz around Huawei. So massive stuff is going on. I think it's important to understand what's really going on over here. In 2018, its CFO was detained in Canada on request of the US because allegedly the CFO would have been involved in all sorts of criminal activity with respect to Iran. In 2019, what we saw is that Google kind of pulled the plug on Huawei being able to use its Android operating system, again, as the consequence of a request of the United States. And slowly this ban has been eased a bit, and you can see now Huawei handsets making use still of Android. But this ban is expected to come back anytime soon. Perhaps the most important thing and the most vivid thing that we now currently are seeing is that Huawei is being banned from all sorts of 5G projects in terms of building masts, in terms of equipment. So what's going on over here? Why are all of these efforts concentrated on just this one single company? Is perhaps something bigger going on? And that's what this video is all about. So without any further ado, Huawei we particularly know because of its phones, right? It started off as a phone manufacturer, cheap phones that had decent quality. It was very price competitive, and that's kind of how it infiltrated the phone market and how it became a very interesting company from our eyes. Later on, however, now you see it being able to compete with the likes of Apple, with Samsung, not just on quality but still on price. So being able to deliver kind of similar quality at a still very competitive price, and sometimes even pioneering, for example, camera technology that important US companies don't have. This technological progress, particularly of Huawei, it has continued. It has all sorts of accessories also connected to the phone, but more importantly so, it has moved into information and communication technology infrastructure, and that's where 5G, of course, comes on. The newest technology of infrastructure related to calling, related to video conferencing, internet, making sure that you have an as seamless and an as global and smooth connection all over the world as possible. That's what 5G is ensuring, and more importantly so, 5G is there to replace the backbone of all sorts of countries' technologies, and then you kind of get where this is going. So Huawei is a Chinese company, and suddenly as Huawei is becoming bigger in terms of technology and being able to deliver this at a very price competitive manner, you see that one of the biggest accusations that come here is that China being behind Huawei is a security problem, because China would be meddling too much in the company, and Huawei would kind of be a spy to China, and if it would get access to all countries' 5G networks, if it would be the provider of equipment and of infrastructure, then the fear is that through Huawei, China would kind of get to see all of the information flows, and particularly, of course, sensitive information as well, for example, related to the army. And this has been a big concern and a very big argument towards banning Huawei, particularly from 5G projects. But more is going on here. This is also a step of protectionism, because you have also a 5G consortium that's important in Europe, and this is the Nokia and Ericsson consortium. But the problem is here that Huawei is much further in technology, and it's also much cheaper. So you saw that until the ban, actually most countries chose Huawei to build their masts for 5G and to deliver the equipment. And only after the ban, and only after political, particularly pressure from the US, countries have started choosing Nokia Ericsson in bids. And one of the recent ones has been that Nokia Ericsson has won the bid in Singapore. So an important step of protectionism, protecting the own technology. And of course, Europe is not the US. But now what gets important is culture, ideals, values, and basically Europe and US seeing each other being part of the Western world, and China perhaps, being different, and more so perhaps being an enemy in terms of who is going to get control of the technological power, and with that influence in this domain in the world. And so, we kind of already see influence shifting from the West to the East with India, with China, with all sorts of Asian tiger countries, if you wish, fast growing and, leapfrogging the Western world's economies. And, Huawei has just been, one example of this. And Europe and the US try to, of course, keep particular technological know-how and power. And, of course, with that, combined with their security concerns, keeping the door closed for example, China, who could be a very serious contender to the crown here. And so this is an effort of the US and of Europe, so of the Western world, to slow down China and China's allies in, taking over the paradigm, technological paradigm, power paradigm, political paradigm from US, from Europe. They try to keep on to the power, keep their influence, technologically speaking, economically speaking, politically speaking. And important here has been not handing over 5G technology pioneering to China by arguing that security is a problem, and by not arguing but showing that protectionism is very important here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if so, please don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe buttons. I wish you all the best in the world and hope to see you again in future videos. Take care.